on a Saturday morning live. I'm going to make some rolled biscuits and some sausage gravy. I have my bowl covered up by a bowl cover, and I have a bowl similar to this one, but not quite just like it. On the website, of course, I got these covers on there too if you're interested. Like I said, unless you're making biscuits a lot and often, there's no reason to have a bowl. When you're finished making your biscuits, sift a little bit with a hand sifter like this to get some of your crumbs out if you need to. And today I'm not showing you how to make rolled biscuits. I'm merely just making some biscuits. And if y'all want to learn how to make them, you can watch my biscuit video that I just made last week. So I am adding some milk to it. I'm going to make my biscuits pretty quick this morning. And we're going to have some sausage and gravy and some biscuit. Y'all are going to see how much quicker this is when I don't have to explain it. We'll put just a little bit more milk because I want a few more biscuits than that.
Yeah, we got Amy here with us this weekend, so she'll be wanting some of this.
Oh, yeah. She loves for me to make, what is it called, Chris?
Chipped beef on toast.
Chipped beef on toast.
She
is
loves
what she
that.
loves. But today, that's not what I'm making. All right, Chris can show you that sausage when I wash my hands. And then we'll get back over here and finish these up.
This is Swaggerty sausage. And we only had the patties, so normally she would have...
Well, normally I wouldn't have a rolled sausage, but
Yeah.
a lot of people like to use rolled sausage to do their sausage gravy. I will still cut this up a little bit with a smasher thing. But for now,
Yeah, we always just buy the
we're
frozen.
just letting it warm up in the skillet.
Yep.
But I don't like to buy the rolled sausage because I don't like it as much, and Swaggerty comes in packages, and I would rather personally use the packages of Swaggerty more than buy the rolled sausage that I don't like. So you buy the sausage you like to do your sausage gravy. I'm going to put a little shortening in here for my biscuits. When you do biscuits and gravy, you want your biscuits to sit close together. A rolled biscuit is a good biscuit to do for biscuits and gravy because they are softer and cloudier.
Fluffy.
Yes. Well, I've had an eventful morning already. I have got up early. I got up at 5. I went outside and I videoed the hawks. Chris and I have already had breakfast today. This will be our lunch, actually, because it's such a late breakfast. But, teenagers like to sleep late, so we're accommodating a viewer by showing her how to make sausage gravy, and we're accommodating our teenager by letting her have breakfast even if she slept late. I'm going to turn this down on low while I finish rolling these up. These will have to cook about 20 minutes, and they'll cook about 450 degrees, on about 450 degrees. So, that one was a little more all in pieces, so it took me a little bit longer to roll it, and it won't be as fluffy as it should be. But that's all right. Now this is self-rising flour. I only use self-rising, and that's why it only takes 3 ingredients: the flour, the shortening, and the buttermilk. And if you want to, you can put a pinch of soda in it. It's good when you do. But most of the time I forget to get it out. When I'm in a hurry, I don't always get out the pinch of soda. Well, my granny never missed it though. And she used self-rising flour, but she never missed to put pinch of soda in her biscuits. I guess it was, she made them every day, so I guess she just had a habit of it, so she didn't have no problem remembering to put it in there. So, good morning. It's going to be a good day, ain't it, Chris?
Yep, it's pretty. It's a little overcast today, but we're already warmed up for spring, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Chris
the end
has
of
already
February.
put the tomatoes out.
Well, not in the ground, but I got them. I got them in a grow bags. Yeah.
And then he's got some extras too. Now I do have some crumbs in here because I did kind of a fast and nasty way of it. And when you have crumbs, all you got to do is pick it up and sift them out and get rid of them so that your bowl is ready for the next time you make a biscuit. I made quite a few messes today with my crumbs. See?
Yeah, last time you didn't have any.
Oh, I had a few.
Yeah.
I had a few. You always have a few. Oh, let's get these in the oven. I ain't gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna get them in the oven. And I got a pan in there.
Skillet in the oven.
From our cornbread. I have a bad habit of throwing a hot skillet back in the oven and not taking it out. And so, but let's get over here and smash this up right quick. I got to reach over here around to Chris and get me a smasher. Just back it up a little bit. My light's falling again. Water. All right. Got me some rabbit mittens. Turn the light on. I may have let it get too brown already. I should have come over here and done it before now, but it's still going to be good. So chop up your sausage, and I didn't do it because I wanted to hurry up and get my biscuits in the oven because we're live, and I didn't want y'all waiting forever. And we still got 20 minutes to go. So we'll make, let's see, what shall we make to go with it? I don't know. I just may make the gravy and we may make a fried egg a little different way than we normally do today, since we'll have a little extra time. Now that is plenty done. It's all into pieces, which is how you want it to be. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick it up and put it on something else. So I guess I'll put it in a bowl. And sausage don't make a lot of grease. So it's not like bacon when you're doing your gravy. Now, we don't like the taste of a lot of grease in our gravy, like a lot of people do. It's according to how you was raised. We weren't raised with a lot of grease in our gravy. So, Mama always used shortening or butter. I think I'll use butter today. I got some at the store yesterday. Went to the Dollar General. I went to Dollar General and got their butter. Huh. And I also got their Eggo waffles. And they were really good. I thought they were good. Now, they browned quicker than an Eggo waffle. I will say that. Which I like them good and brown anyway. Because when I eat an Eggo waffle, I get them out of the waffle iron. Not waffle iron. When I eat an Eggo waffle, I get them out of the toaster. And then I
eat them.
No, I keep my butter at room temperature on the counter, and I rub them across the butter, and put butter on both sides, on one side of each, and then I barely put any at all syrup, just enough because I eat them not on the plate, but I just pick them up and eat them. So I barely put just a tiny bit of
syrup
on it. And that way I can pick it up and eat it. That's how I like them. So, we're melting this butter in here. And we're going to add, I'm going to have to reach and get my flour, honey bunny. Well, you know what I ought to do? Just use this. And that way I can clean it out at the same time. Mm-hmm. So you're going to be using about, let me put this in the trash. You're going to be using about a half cup of flour. But you don't even have to measure it if you'll just watch. And when it gets kind of thick but not thick, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Whoops. When you put your flour in there, and it looks about like that, but just a little bit more. So see how it bubbles up and it's kind of thick but not thick? You can do it that way and know you got enough flour in. Or you can use the equivalent, a half a cup of flour to a half a cup of butter. But really, you don't have to use as much grease as that if you don't want to.
So you can decrease the butter or the Crisco.
You really can. My salt is hard. Mm-hmm. For some reason. Here, I'm going to do it this way.
Be careful.
Oh, well. It's a lot, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's all right, though.
It's gravy. It needs to be salty.
Gravy.
Gravy should be salty and plenty of pepper. And I'm just going to let this brown just a hint. I don't like it to be dark. And if you're going to make yours dark, then by all means brown it till it's dark. But don't burn it or it'll taste burnt.
And you can pretty much smell it when it's,
oh yeah,
once that flour's ready.
Starts to
cook.
Brown.
Yeah.
I'm going to clean up my mess while that's working.
All right.
Okay.
I'll watch you.
You got plenty of time. Clean as you go. And I always use a cold wash rag on flour, and it comes right up. It might not be the most fun thing to have to hold a cold wash rag. I've always been one that don't like to put my hand in cold water. But it comes right up when you use cold water. All right. This is good enough for me, I think. Well, it would help if I turn the heat up. I wonder it's not getting brown. Had it on low, y'all. Now, the reason you take the sausage out is because you want to mix this together good. You want to be able to sift the flour in and mix it in with your butter, shortening, or oil, or bacon grease, whatever it is you're using. But you want to mix it in good so that it's going to be a nice smooth gravy. So you remove your sausage so you can do that. You're going to see in a minute with this gravy whisk, it's a lot easier to have something in your gravy like the sausage and it not get all inside of like it would a regular whisk. Let me just grab one and show you what I mean. If I use a regular whisk and I got a bunch of sausage in there, the sausage is going to get all caught in between it. But with this whisk, that doesn't happen. So I go ahead and I add my milk. This is 3 cups. And this is milk gravy. That's what we like here at our house. And then you're going to take your whisk and you're going to get all of that flour off the bottom and sides and into the milk, evenly distributed. And when it starts to heat up, it's going to thicken, and that's when you're going to add your sausage. So you're going to have, if you want to go by a recipe, you'll have a half cup of butter to a half cup of flour. Now, I didn't use a half cup. I used about a 1/4 cup of butter and more like a 1/3 cup of flour, maybe. And then we'll add the sausage in a minute once it starts to thicken. Oh, the biscuit's cooking it all. Let's look. Oh, I went the wrong side for you.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. So as soon as this is done, we'll make us some eggs. And by the time the eggs are done, we can eat. But I want y'all to see how to make the gravy. And it has to get hot before it'll get thick.
I always like to watch this.
You do?
Yeah.
And then you can pour it back up in this and not mess up something else. And it's done. Now, if I was just making gravy, I'd use my regular 10-inch skillet, not the high one. But because I'm adding the sausage to it, it'll bubble up a little bit higher, so I got out my tall one. This skillet is a 3-inch skillet. It's like a chicken frying skillet. It's still 8 inches, like your standard skillet, like my mama used, except it's taller. Mama didn't have one of these. I want to tell you, I got 2 of them. Somebody gifted me one, and I loved it so much. Somebody gifted me another one, and I use them both all the time, don't I, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
They get used. Matter of fact, I just about grab it as much as I do my standard one now.
I'm used to it. It's just heavy is the only bad thing about it.
Well, yeah, but all cast iron's heavy. So when I go to pour something up, sometimes I have to be careful if I've got it full because I can hardly pick it up.
Yeah, we really
It's starting to get warm.
We really use this one way more, don't we?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and add my sausage. Lord. Sometimes. Now that adds a little bit more flavor. But you know what? It's already going to be flavorful. Yeah, I was reading my comments this morning and this lady said, "Where is your sausage gravy recipe? It was the best I ever had. And now I can't find it." And I was thinking, if she's going to give me a compliment like that, I'm going to make her some sausage gravy today. So, it's all because of you. We're going to have this delicious sausage gravy this morning. And I think she made the comment during the week. And I'm just now getting around to checking all of them. Saturday morning, I have time. And I didn't use a lot of grease in this and flour, so it won't get real thick. But it's plenty thick to go on your biscuit. And it's a little better for you.
I like sausage gravy kind of runny anyway.
Do you?
Yeah. I like runny gravy instead of thick gravy.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, you've never told me we've been married 20 whatever years.
You always make the gravy right, so I don't have to
21
say
years.
I don't have to say nothing about it.
Oh.
I'm letting everybody else know.
That it's good like this.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to pour it up. Yeah, it is heavy.
Yeah, you wouldn't think them sides being 3 inches tall would make it that much heavier, but it does.
Now, I like to fill my skillet up with water when I finish gravy. Just something I like to do. Now, if you've got a skillet that's really, really hot, you're not supposed to put a water in it. But, in my opinion, that skillet's not that hot. So I always put a little bit of water in it, so it's easier to clean up when I get ready to. That's just something I do. You don't have to do it. It's something I do. All right, now we are going to make an egg with a lid on it.
Ah.
And I'm going to make it in my iron skillet. my really good ones. Got a nice finish on the bottom of it. And you are supposed to I'm just going to brush it a little bit with oil, and then I'm going to put some butter in it. I should have done that. You should really brush them with oil when you wash them so they don't rust, because they'll rust on you easy if you leave the least bit of water in them. But we usually dry ours after we wash it. We dry it. We put it on the stove. We let it heat up and get good and hot and dry. And then put a little oil in it. Or just make sure you get it dry before you put it up. And it won't rust. Alright, now we're going to make an egg. And I'm just going to, this is an experiment for me because I don't ever do them this way. But since we're waiting on our biscuits, we'll do it.
Experiment.
Experiment. Yeah. I'm putting some butter in there, and I got plenty of it in there. I forget that was a cold skillet. It's taking it forever to get warm. Okay, I need a lid. And I just happen to have a lid that works on my iron skillet. Make a little noise this morning. Wake up, Amy. Alright. So, how many eggs could I get in here for? You think?
I don't know.
Y'all can see that my stove's not completely flat when I do this.
4 eggs.
4. Let's fill it up. I got 2 left. I'll be using them today, so I ain't gonna worry about it being in the carton. Okay. Now we're gonna put a little salt. And remember, my butter's salted, so I don't have to put a whole lot of salt on my stuff. And I've got it on kind of a medium heat, and I'm just going to put a lid on it. And we're going to see what happens.
It's going to walk off, huh?
I did make this gravy pretty runny, Chris.
Well,
I
good.
don't care if you.
No, I told you I like runny gravy.
It is better for us. I have the hardest time putting a whole stick of butter in gravy. But you can. Really, that's what you're supposed to do. Those are getting nice and brown. Those are brown enough for me for gravy. So I'm going to get these out.
Yeah, you're just going to smother them anyway.
I know. And I like for them to be soft. So I like for them to be light. They're done. See how nice and brown they are on the bottom? They're done. Alright, so I'm going to put a little butter on them. Let's bring them over here so y'all can see them better.
What? Oh, over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, my eggs are bubbling. I don't think they should be bubbling.
You walked off and left them.
I got to put them on low. I do know you have to cook them slower.
Yes.
When you do them that way. Now, when you're having biscuits and gravy, you really should have lighter biscuits so that they're soft and pillowy when you eat your biscuits and gravy. And this type of a biscuit is not folded over like it is if you cut them out. So it's automatically a little fluffier and more crumbly than a folded over cutout biscuit. Okay? Now, at this point, I like to turn them upside down so that the bottoms don't sweat and they stay crunchy. Good. Delicious. Let's look at these. Pretty good. I got them all the way on low. That's as low as I can do it. So, let's make us a plate of biscuits and gravy.
Okay.
And I think I'll get the picture of how the eggs are going to be. I don't think I'm going to wait on them for y'all. Because we're hungry. We're going to eat breakfast, don't we, Chris? Okay. Let me make me one on this plate. And then I'll make one on this nice black plate for a picture for the thumbnail later. Okay. I can always add a thumbnail once the live is played. So here we have our fluffy biscuit. And this is the one I actually messed up on and rolled more than I should have. So it's not going to be quite as fluffy. But look at this one. Now you can put your gravy over your biscuit like that. But now Mama, these are so hot. I don't want to get burned. But she always broke them up like this to make a gravy biscuit. You know?
You can smell that buttermilk.
Oh, that smells so good, don't it? Nothing like it. Y'all want to come look at these? Cooking. These will be perfect for Chris. He likes his yellow little runny. But now I'll have to flip mine and bust it before it's over. And here goes the good stuff. Gravy. Milk gravy with sausage. No skipping here.
There's plenty of sausage on there.
Yes, it does.
Delicious.
That looks good, don't it, y'all? So I'm going to taste it, and then we're going to go. I'm curious just to see what these look like on the bottom. Let's show them real quick.
Okay.
I'll flip one or two on, because I'm not going to eat the runny yellow. I just want to see how bad it's stuck to my skillet. Well,
No problem. Stick it off.
Working good, ain't it? Because I got all that butter in there. These two I'm busting. And then Chris can just eat his like that. Because all the white's done, and that's what he likes.
It's me.
So.
That pepper got in my nose.
Oh, bless his
I had
heart.
to turn my head and sneeze.
All right. Let's give it a try, y'all. Woo, what a good breakfast on a Saturday. I hope y'all enjoyed watching us live today. Making our delicious sausage. And now this is good sausage. The other day, I made some sausage gravy out of that Aldi tube sausage. Me and Chris didn't like it at all. I won't tell you it makes a difference in your sausage. And if it's good sausage or not. So today, we get the good stuff. The real stuff, Swaggerties. Ain't no complaining with this morning's breakfast. Well, that's good. Woo! Good enough to eat. Y'all have a wonderful day. And thanks for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like Mama did. Bye, y'all. Happy Saturday.